Hi, everybody. Diane Brandon Moody here. Again, welcome to 50-something Love. I'm so glad you're here. This is the podcast with short episodes, just enough for you to walk your dog, where we talk about all things for women over 50. We talk health, menopause, the dreaded menopause. We talk about careers. We talk about relationships. We talk about all kinds of stuff, especially if you're someone who's trying to date over 50. It's what I do. I'm a coach for women over 50 learning to date again after divorce or being widowed, or maybe they never got married. I didn't until I was 58. So here we are for another episode. Now, today will probably be kind of short, but what I wanted to talk about were some date ideas for women that are not specifically coffee dates. Now, if you like a coffee date, that's great. Have fun, go at it. You'll have a good time. I personally thought that coffee dates were a little bit boring. Yeah, I know people say, well, it's an easy, quick getaway if you don't like the person. Well, if you're setting yourself up for that, there's a really good chance you're not going to enjoy that person. It's just the way it works. But that wasn't what I didn't like about it. What I didn't like about it is there was very little chance of there being a romantic quality to it, that you could find romantic interest in the other person merely from the looking each other up and down with a latte in your hand kind of date. I guess it would rule the ones out who are an obvious not fit, but I don't know that it really did much to make me feel any more romantically inclined towards someone. So I have some ideas for you that you could suggest to the guy. I'm old school that way. I thought it was really wonderful when the guy would come up with the date. I know lots of people have different opinions of that. And if you are wanting to be the one who plans a date at some point, then these are for you as well. But I liked it when the guy did it. It made me feel special. So here are some first date ideas. Instead of coffee, how about you meet at the ice cream place and you each get whatever you want there and you sit inside, outside, or you go for a walk while you eat your ice cream. Of course, it needs to be a public place. I would never say anything else. If you don't know someone, you should never, ever get in their car. You should never, ever go to their home. I think this is obvious, but apparently it isn't. There are lots of people who tend to do that. So let's not ever, ever, ever get in somebody's car on a first date. Let's not ever, ever, ever go to their home. Let's not ever be in the dark in a place where people can't see you. That isn't a good plan either. But let's assuming all is going well and you like each other so far and everything's copacetic, then suggest ice cream. It's not any more expensive than coffee these days, not much. And an ice cream cone or, a sundae or something like that, it's different, especially in the summer. It's different and it's a little more fun. You can also walk in a park. I highly suggest it's a public park where you're not the only one there. You want to walk where there are other people. Whether this is a walk or a hike, doesn't matter to me. You can do either one. But a nice walk in the park can be invigorating. You can see if somebody's into fitness, if you're into fitness. You can see how good a shape they're in, if this is important to you. It also releases some endorphins. There's the whole forest bathing thing from Japan. Go look that up. It's very fascinating. It just makes you feel better being outside, especially among trees. So a nice walk in a tree-lined park, I think, is a brilliant idea. You can also walk around an outdoor shopping area. A lot of places these days, instead of malls, which is a very 70s kind of thing, there are outdoor shopping lifestyle kinds of centers. They usually have outdoor spaces where there are outdoor events, lots of shops. There's usually coffee place and ice cream and all kinds of places to get a bite if that's what you're interested in. It's usually pretty public and there are people around, so you're not in a lot of physical danger. But that's a great idea, one thing that you can do. You could also do a concert in the park. These are pretty fun. A lot of weekends they have them. I know big public parks that are run by the city or the county in your area often do summer activities, which may be anything from dance lessons, which is another thing that I just love, or it can be some kind of concert. I love Shakespeare in the park. I never get tired of that. That's a lot of fun. But some kind of performance in the park. You can take a picnic. If the guy invites you, the lady can take some wine or grapes or charcuterie, something like that. And that's a lot of fun to do as well. So, those are some ideas that I have for what to do instead of a coffee date on a first date. And the reason I like that is because there is a little chance of romance to develop. You can actually have conversations where you get to know each other a little bit better, but it's not the cold, look you up and down Starbucks kind of date that at least they seem like they were to me. Ultimately, you get to decide your own things. So I'm not telling you what to do, but those are some ideas. Hope you enjoy them. Thank you for joining us today on 50 Something Love. You are most welcome to send me an email at info@dianebrandonmoody.com. You can also find my 50 places to meet people over 50 on my website, dianebrandonmoody.com. And I just love to hear what's working for you and what isn't working for you. It helps me a lot in determining programs. So, everybody, love to all of you. I really appreciate all the listeners. And here's my sign off. Go have some champagne for no reason at all. Mwah. See y'all later. Bye.